Alright, good morning. We're here for an Elite Crazyhouse Arena. It has been a long time since I've been able to play an Elite Crazyhouse Arena from the actual beginning. It's 5 a.m. on a Saturday here, and I'm usually asleep at this time. So happened this morning, Spencer woke me up at about 4:30 a.m. for a bottle of milk. And he was unusually very cooperative. He took his bottle of milk and went back to sleep in about 15 minutes. And I thought to myself, well, I wonder if that Elite Crazyhouse Arena still happens around this time. And I've logged on and been delighted to find that there's an Elite Crazyhouse Arena scheduled. I've had a really long week. And a little bit tired still, really. I could have gone back to sleep, but yeah, feeling good to stream. I haven't done much streaming in recent months, so we're about 30 seconds away from starting. I've got Discord open on the other screen, so we'll see if we get Katask and JoSuji join us. But a few regular names: GSVC, the finisher, variants only. Some other strong players I've had a go against: Bughouse Knight, CIW.
10. 9.
We've got Banana
8,
Joe, Tratara
7,
Digger Simba
6,
7 ahead
5,
OTG
4,
starting the field.
3, 2,
So here we go.
1,
Good luck, everyone.
0.
Okay, I'm just going to adjust the board. Alright, variants only wants to berserk. I was actually going to start without berserking, but I'm going to berserk back. I feel like I actually need to warm up a little. Okay, it's all quite symmetrical so far. Now, gotta figure this out quickly. Alright, let's go for a queen sack. Here we go. Like, in a position where I just felt I shouldn't be able to queen sack. We still found the queen sack. Gotta be true to the channel. Okay, so I'm looking for knight at e6. So, okay, is there mate here? Feels like I should have mate here. So I'm not too worried about e takes f1. I should always have the first check. I'm more concerned about having enough to mate. Yeah, this looks like mate. Bishop at h5 if king g6, and bishop at g3 if king took h4. So, off to a good start. Got a berserk win with a fairly tired brain, and we had a queen sack in there. So, that's how we want to do it. Happiness Bunny says, good luck, Jan. I need to sleep, but good luck. Have a good rest. Task, good to see you. Legion, good to see you. Chicken Crossroad, okay. Now he's gonna berserk too. I will berserk back. I've been playing a lot of 3+2, so it's quite a change in pace. Suddenly going to the berserk. Okay, let's see if he really tries to open things up. He could play bishop takes and g6. No, he's going to play h6. That's a good move too. Yeah, don't like this position. Okay, I guess I got a counter attack. So, who can attack faster? That's the question here. Oh, the Bava, is that a rugby sweater from an Australian team? It's actually a chess sweater. This is from way back when I represented Australia in chess. Okay, so e5 is coming. That's his plan. I don't have a blocker if I put that on. That's very sneaky. I might take this one first. Let's just... I should wait for him to play e5. I just got to make sure I got a blocker for g6. If I put the blocker on g6, I feel like he can put another diagonal on f5. Whereas if he's put this here, then he can't do that. Alright, well... So this is e5 would be strong too. Alright, I'm gonna go time scramble. I need a knight. Gonna ignore that for a moment. Whoa, I couldn't afford to ignore it. Oh, that's devastating. Absolutely devastating, so... Too good, too good. Too good. I should have taken f5 maybe, but he sneaked me on queen takes h5. Nice game from Chicken. Okay, pressy guy. It's not meant to berserk. I'm trying to let my brain warm up, but since it's been forced upon me by, well, not forced upon me, but encouraged by my opponents, we'll see if it gets me into gear a bit faster. Okay, so pawn at h6, I've never actually played against before, so that's a new move. But instinctively, I feel I should take h6. Okay, and I should grab this knight to win a little bit of material. So I'm going to get hit with rook at g5, but that should be okay. I'll just drop back to e2. So here I've got a lot of pieces. I'm just going to switch to defensive mode. Just try to consolidate. And there'll be like a weakness that might appear on f6. But I'm in no hurry. So we'll use a pawn. Could use a bishop, but we'll conserve the bishop. That could be useful in h4. Okay. Could do pawn at f3 or could go f3. Rook at d2 is something I have to look out for. So rook at d2, take, knight at f6. Looks like mate. King g7, bishop at h8. Okay, can I afford to put the knight on? I think I can. Oh, there's knight takes e4. Bishop takes e4, I mean, I missed that. No, I can't afford to do it this way. So takes, stuffed up here, knight h3, bishop takes e4, takes, pawn at g2, takes, pawn at f3. That would be bad. That's pretty loose. I should have played queen takes g4, knight at f6, and then taken back with the knight. That was viable. This was not. Okay, but I can't run out of time either, so I'm used to having like 2 seconds increment of move. Brain's still warming up. We're in some trouble here. So I may be holding. I have to take this. I believe this one. Rather bishop at f3 is going to be bad. This looks bad too, though. Yeah, kicking myself a bit here. I actually didn't mind my opening position, but. Alright. We don't have much time. Time. Ooh, point one. Point one. But got there. Not a deserved win, but I'm surprised my brain actually went quick enough to find the mate there, because I just felt like time was ticking very quickly and my brain wasn't moving at all. Okay, let's try to wind back the clock. So Bughouse Knight with an early lead, berserking and getting a streak on the board. Wow, f6. Okay, we're just absolutely burning me on the clock here. Bit of an unusual opening. Let's just be patient. Okay, pawn at g7 looks like fun. We should play it. Let's preserve this bishop. Yeah, knight looks like fun, because if the king goes here, rook at f7 mates. So let's not mate straight away. Let's put a bishop here. Maybe I still get mate. Queen d6 doesn't quite work. Maybe knight d5, knight d5. So knight c7, queen takes, pawn at f7, king here, rook at e8. Yeah, but he's got the knight on e5, so I've stuffed up. Well, stuffed up, I mean, it's still very good for white, but... Yeah, let's grab this one. If king goes here, knight here, so take here. I'm probably just doing this a really long way, but I'm very safe at home, so it should be okay. Where's the mate? No mate for me. I just gotta take all the pieces to win if I can't find mate. Okay, knight at b6. No. JoSuji in the house. Okay. Nicholas Tice. Atrophied. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the chat. Headshot Roman. Are you good at normal chess? No, I'm not good at normal chess. I used to play competitively when I was a kid, but not now. Now I'm like a coffee house player that just does crazy house streams once in a while when I'm not busy with family man stuff. I think you had f3 last game. If you played queen takes knight, I'm not sure what that means. Sorry. Okay, GSVC. We're going non-berserk. Three O is probably my favorite time control to play for this arena. There's opportunity to berserk, and it's actually probably the most classical time control from way back. And when I say way back, I mean days on freechess.org, or sometimes known as FICS, F-I-C-S. Okay, so GSVC keeping his king in the center, for some reason not wanting to commit yet. GSVC, very strong player. Now I've got to try to make something here. He might be going for rook takes c6. That would not surprise me. And in fact, if he went here, I'd consider avoiding a rook and taking here. Takes here, takes here, takes here, pick off the rook. Because after takes here, I think knight e5 is good. So this is very interesting. Here we go. So this is what I would consider high-level middle game stuff. Now knight at c2 maybe I should throw in first, because it sets the king off balance. Even if I lose that knight. Bishop at d3. Yeah, he's got to look at rook at e1. I thought he might play king d1 actually. I think white has to kind of call black's bluff there and take that knight. I think white is actually better after king takes c2. Maybe black's a little bit better after king f1, because now there are threats with the rook relative to if white was just allowed to castle. So rook at c1, I'm just going to defend this knight. And I'll play knight d5 to defend e6. I want to be resourceful, open up some lines here. This bishop can't retreat now. There's knight takes e3. So in this sort of position, I feel you've got to try to be very resourceful. Every piece has to count. So now bishop at d3 looks natural. So takes. Maybe it was stronger when king g2 wasn't an option. But now knight at e1 wins a queen. Like this is game over. So I think white. I mean it's a fine line, but I think the mistake from white is king f1 and maybe king d1 is just keeping black honest there after knight at c2. Okay, CIW. CIW, very talented up and coming player. in my eyes as well. So GSVC, he's in a good position in the Crazyhouse World Championship knockout bracket. We're getting to an exciting part of the bracket because the round which determines who is in, it's some guaranteed spots for the candidates section of the tournament. That's about to start being played. So yeah, hopefully I'm able to stream a bit more as well. I mean, if this morning getting up at 5 a.m. is a sign of things to come, then perhaps we'll see a few more streams, hopefully. Okay, so intuitively I don't really want to trade off a knight there, but I've got knight at c7 as something that's worth a tempo here, so I think he has to castle. And he hasn't castled, so I will take advantage of knight at c7. So it looks like it's deliberate here. Maybe he's looking for an attack. I just don't think black has enough just yet. Bishop g3 is coming back to keep the king secure. Okay, we'll play the said move. He is sacking. So okay, I'm up a queen for a pawn here. But first I need to consolidate with king safety. I just don't have an attack with the limited pieces I have at the moment. So bishop looks good here. We want to secure f3, put the king on h1. Okay, looking for pawn trades. So I could just let that pawn fall. I could try to defend it. But I think pawn at f3 is making some serious ground, so I'm going to respect that. Could have put a pawn on g2, but I've decided to concede a bit of territory and defend here first. So still up a pawn for a queen. Clock looks decent. Let's consolidate the light squares some more. Okay. So I feel like knight takes g3 would help him because he's getting some trades. Let's open up this file and threatening this knight. So I've got the attack here. Now maybe I can try to counter, get something going. Because bishop at g2 I'm not too concerned about. I've got enough defense. But this pawn made its way out from f7 and it's now exposed a weakness. So the only real threat here is like a knight g4, knight f2 maybe. Probably shouldn't trade that. Let's just build. Okay, I should have mate here. Either bishop at e8 or knight at g5. One of those two has to give. So I'm happy with how I've played this one so far. Just when you're that queen up, sometimes you can't counterattack straight away. You actually have to concede some space and give your opponent a little bit of room to move. And knight at f7 is mate. He's prolonged it now, so it's not mate. He's got king h5. Alright, we'll change my move then. I probably had mate anyway. Now it is, because the bishop covers h5. Oh, JoSuji, I'm in trouble. Alright. Gotta manage time here. Interesting. He's gonna look out for bishop at g4. Isn't g6 an interesting looking move? He might decide to leave it because he wants queen h5, but then he wouldn't be able to play his knight out here. This is a little bit creative. Okay, he's taken this one. Well, it's a pawn. I'll take it. And now I'm a pawn up. I've got to consolidate. Pawn at e4 possibly, but I wonder if I'm trying to do something too early there. Let's play safe. We'll just cover up the dark squares first before we try to open anything up. With e4, I want to close things off. So JoSuji is just a tactical genius and very good in time scrambles. So if I can try to restrict the movement, that would help me. But yeah, I can probably leave that. Don't have to sack the queen in this instance. Don't always have to sack the queen. So I'm now up a piece and a pawn, but he's got all the initiative and all the development. I need some time to put some pieces on the board. Okay. What is that? Okay, I'm just gonna come here. Alright, this should be good for black. The problem with JoSuji is just because you know you're winning it doesn't mean you will. Knight at f3 is gonna come here, that's fine. Maybe pawn at f3 is right, because he can't actually mate me. Gotta be really accurate here. If I was to say play something like pawn at f5, then bishop takes g7 is winning for white. This looks like he'll see this, but he can't play bishop takes g7 because of queen at h1, f takes, and oh, maybe he can play it because I don't have mate. I messed that up, didn't I? Alright, then I probably have to capture this way and make him use a blocker so I can capture on g7, or else I'm going to be dead. Okay, I didn't see that one coming. That's a good move, because now his attack is stronger than mine. I've got to try to defend. But yeah, I'm a bit disappointed here. I should have done better with this position. Oh, guess he sees mate somewhere. The rook e7 is mate. Because if king d8, pawn at c7, if king here, pawn at g7, king here, rook e8, and then, yeah, he's seen it. Ah, and this also wins too. Disappointing. Maybe pawn at f3 instead of pawn at f3. Because I thought I had queen at h1, fg, and then knight at f3 was mating, but he can run up to king h2, king g3. And it's just at that moment I said, just because I'm winning here doesn't mean I'm going to. And I may have even needed to play something like bishop at h8, just defend at the back. So very nice from JoSuji. But I let him off the hook that game. Okay, GM fed it to you. He says, OD is starting with 0 out of 3, and now the man himself. Alright, let's see what Fed2 brings to the game. Always nice to see a new GM picking up Crazyhouse. You know, nowadays it's becoming more common, but once upon a time we had no GMs playing the game. You know, it's just considered a bit of nonsense, a bit of fun, and now we get more GMs participating. And I guess a difference as well is, you know, before Crazyhouse kind of took off with more videos and streams, I feel like, you know, a GM would play Crazyhouse and expect to win, you know, and now it's like, you know, you'll have the likes of some very strong GMs say, you know, I have no business playing this game because the current players are just so strong. And I recall, I think it was even someone like John Ludwig Hammer was going to play in a chess.com event, and even just practicing for the final, before the final even came around, he said, I have no business playing this game. Whereas, yeah, in the past I felt like, you know, GMs were kind of like, I'm a GM and how could I lose? So that's just an observation. Okay, knight f5. I think I should trade it all here and go hard with an attack. Pawn at h6. Yeah, I want to take this on my terms because a bishop is a very good defensive piece. It could be a good offensive piece here, and I'd rather take it into account. So, trouble is here, knight at f7, queen f8 is a good move. I was banking on knight at f7 being stronger. So maybe I have to play pawn at f7. Now if king here, I will take h7, because then queen g6 comes in. And then, so for example, king g7, bishop takes, rook takes, queen g6 check, king f8, queen takes h7, knight takes, rook at g8 mate is one idea. If he goes this way, I'll probably just take it anyway. So that's probably a pre-move, but and so here I feel kind of good. I preserve this bishop. Oh, but that's a very good move. So anyway, I can take it. I can sack my queen. So if takes, knight at h5, king here, pawn at g6 is mate. If king here, pawn at g7 is mate. So bishop at f5 makes sense. I think black's fine here, actually. I've probably sacrificed too much material and I don't have anything to show for it. So I have to keep a straight face and try to make something happen with knight at e8 eventually. I have no other way in other than to try this. I have to get another attacker on e8. Try to be resourceful. Now, as long as I don't lose a rook, I'm not going to get mated. Here, he's got enough defense still. He's finding a way to defend against me. Maybe I have a bishop at g8 sort of thing. Yeah, I think I've got mate here. Got 6 seconds to play it. Yeah. No, I was lucky to be able to find a way through the front door there, because he was defending very well. Legion says 2 GMs in Elite Arena. That's a record. Who's the other GM? Brown player. Okay. Always good to see new players. So JoSuji undefeated still, but I am kicking myself a bit that I didn't win that game against him. Okay, chicken again. Alright. Let's try to put in a good arena today. I haven't put in one for many months. I've played 1 or 2 arenas and absolutely crashed and burned because I was just too short on sleep. But not too bad so far. So with chicken, like, it always feels like you're up against a very sensible player. Okay, I'm gonna lose some material if I don't take this. So I've got, I'm up a piece for a pawn and trying to consolidate. So he's looking for f6, I'm looking to grab c3. So I'm still up 1 pawn here. If a knight comes on f6, it's not really much to be worried about. I'm losing a pawn there though. Maybe b7, no. He's making progress. Okay, I'm going too slow here. Alright, let's see where this goes. Oh, that's gonna end the game. Very nice, very nice. Too good, chicken. Too good. Yeah, I think d5 there, when that fell, I kind of conceded the material, and we got PKNM. I'll choose not to berserk. Oh, if he's berserking, then I will. He gave me just the moment to berserk back. I still don't feel like I'm sharp enough to take on the big guys just yet. We're still waking up. I think I gotta be direct here. Maybe g4. Okay. Well, if you're gonna push one pawn, why not push another? So if he takes here, yeah, there's a bishop at g2, which is gonna be annoying. My plan is to castle queenside. And there we have it. Okay. And then try to do things on his dark squares. Obviously, because I've left no pawns on the king side, that's why the queen side looked attractive here. Just king b1's always a good move, gets you out of the way of these sorts of forks. It stops a rook or a queen ever hitting you on a1. Important here, not put the queen on f3. No, queen e2 is not good, because queen b5. So that's kind of annoying. I'm wondering if I should just leave that queen now, because it probably helps me to go after the initiative. Okay, I got bishop at a4 coming in here. And I want to dislodge this knight, so bishop at d3 would also be good to get knight at f6. So we've just got to keep our king one step safer than our opponent. Pawn at c3 takes here. Black needs two moves to get some serious threats going, so I've got to make them happen faster. Alright, we'll go for the dark squares. We'll be a bit more pointed with our attack. But now the knight's gone, there's less of a threat back at home. But now the threat is the clock. Oh, alright, we gotta go for flag here. Queen takes a2. That's what I get for going for a flag. Oh well. I left it too late there. I was like trying to think on, should we play pawn at d6, queen takes g7, and that's where, you know, time management does become a problem, because it was a very comfortable position which I shouldn't have lost. Katask, JoSuji says that long castling wins the game. Do you agree? Well, not in that case. I lost that game, but I think in a lot of cases it is a bit of a surprise, because in Crazyhouse you don't often get enough time to castle queenside. So in a way, if you've made yourself the time to castle queenside, you probably have an advantage somewhere. Alright, here we go again, chicken. So he's beaten me a few times. Alright, let's go for some old bishop c5 stuff. Okay. We'll play g5. Now, theoretically this should be good for white, but in a short time control, I think there's chances here. Alright, what's the move here? Knight takes f7. I feel like bishop takes f2. This is some kind of theory, and I've forgotten what's critical, to be honest. So now I think I can take here. Don't ask me why or how I'm going to justify all these moves. I'm just playing off memory. Interesting. It's a dangerous way to play when you are playing off memory and feel without actually understanding your moves. But in this time control, I'm having to do that. So let's be practical. Let's try to have some pressure on the clock. Oh, looks dangerous, that one. Alright. See, JoSuji would just find mate here, but I'm not as certain. This looks like mate. There we go. Ah, lovely, lovely. Alright, got a win on chicken. I've had 3 blacks against him, so it's good to get one up. So we're up against Papier Hands here. A6. So this is one of Clearcast's favourite setups as white, and this is one of my favourite setups against Clearcast. Alright, maybe I could have played knight h5. This is alright. Okay, he's gonna sack. I'm gonna call this Crazy Ara style, because I played a few games against Crazy Ara which were very inspiring, and it just kind of sacks material where you think it makes no sense, like in a position just like this, and then somehow it all works. You got to be very precise though. So this sack on e5 though, this pawn sack felt like a Crazy Ara sacrifice. Crazy Ara is a Crazyhouse engine which is based on machine learning, so like AlphaZero. Sorry, I should have clarified that for the chat rather than just talking about it. Alright, I'm feeling comfortable here. Got 2 bishops going down here. Well, bishops don't move that way, they go like that. So can I do something decisive here? I feel like I got a capture or something. Yeah, we'll go for the queen trade. Maybe trade the queen first, then go in. Because of this pawn here, my king's always going to be safe. Because knight at f6 or knight at e7, I can always go to h8. So as long as I'm safer than my opponent's king, this should be justified. So now 34 seconds. Let's not do what I did against PKNM and just run out of time. I'm too used to having increment, and I've deliberately been playing more 3+2 because I'm just admitting my brain can't keep up with what do you call it? Guillotine finish. No increment is very hard for me these days. Partly getting older, partly having an 11-month-old baby to look after and not having enough sleep. So that'll change one day. We'll get back to 1-0 one day, hopefully. But I think I'm turning 35 this year, so if I'm not over the hill already, I'm certainly approaching it. Okay, we'll just go here. I haven't really thought this out. Just felt like I should have enough. Defending my knight here, because I want coverage on both dark and light squares. Cut off the king. And we'll do it in style. We'll make room with the b7 square for the knight. So JoSuji forging ahead with 41 points. Variance only. A few losses, but berserking hard and getting a streak. So I'm a little bit behind on 26. GSVC also on 26. Okay. Katask, I have a theory that the position bends to JoSuji's will to create mates. That is a fair theory, Katask. It is ridiculously that feels ridiculously like how it happens. You go, there's no way I'm completely beating JoSuji here, and his pieces are completely uncoordinated, and then it's like you're mated. Like it's like, you know, the laws of physics get defied, and suddenly JoSuji has all his pieces around your king, and you're like, how did I lose that game? That's just not fair. So I completely understand what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know about this, Zach. This doesn't really work, does it? So I get e6 maybe. I think takes and king e7 is probably most accurate. Not comfortable, but that's just my feeling. Okay, this could be good for black too. I'll take a break. Yeah, this is just bad, isn't it? Well, that's not good for black. Maybe bishop takes was more accurate. Now he gets knight at h4. But okay, bishop takes, bishop at h5 should be fine. So like an anti-pre-move would be like queen at f7 here, where somebody takes here and then you take there. So that's the only reason why I held back on a pre-move. Not likely, but prefer not to get embarrassed. So if he takes here, I should have enough to mate with the queen. Still rook. Yeah, I kind of should defend as well, but also not lose on time. So yeah, let's knock that queen around a little more. Okay, he's trying to get me. I'm just gonna defend first, but I don't want him to castle. Actually, from a practical point of view, we're about to enter a time scramble. I want his king to be in a spot where I can deliver a lot of checks. And my king is much safer. Alright, let's not lose on time. Okay, good game. Another GM, brown player. And I was definitely worse in the opening. Where he went bishop at g2, knight at f4 and lost a few minor pieces. Instead of that, bishop at g2, I think bishop at d5 is quite clearly winning for black, where he's just hitting my knight on e6 and I can't capture his queen because bishop takes f3 is going to mate me. I'd have to play knight takes g7, win a pawn, and then king f7, pawn at g2, and then I'm still worse off by like a couple pieces. Okay. Task. I got pawn at h3, and I mean, if I don't win, I'm getting robbed, right? Like, that's what you're saying, that's your theory, right? Pawn on h3 or pawn on h6, and it's all over. Alright, if knight h4, I'm thinking g5 here. I'm just gonna go all in. Didn't happen. Maybe knight h5. I gotta work out a plan. Yeah, I'll still put that back. Free pawn. That one's for GSVC. Free pawn. Alright, Qatar says, yeah, it is force mate. Just wait for your partner to get you a queen. That's right. Queen good. Pawn at h6, queen good. It mates him. Alright. Queen good, partner. Queen good. So lots of options. Alright. Okay, we're going to do the material path here. So I feel that that knight is a lot less useful on b2, and then I can just work my way in among the light squares here. Because my partner didn't get me a queen, so I have to find my own way. And for those of you watching first time, it's just a joke. I mean, Bug House is a game where you have a partner, but here I clearly don't have a partner. But some people play Crazy House like they play Bug House, and it gets them into problems when there's no material left. So bishop at f3, just cutting off e2, making pawn at g2 a lot more nasty. And even here, maybe like a queen g4 to trade could be an idea. So I think we'll do that. I'm not playing pawn at g2 just yet. I want to keep e2 locked down. So I guess that's for those learning the game. That's also something. Like, you can get trained into a habit of always play the move that's check, which is generally a good habit, but sometimes you don't have to play the checks. And in this case, I'm actually restraining from playing all of the checks because I'm just looking at restricting my opponent's movement. Okay, so something should mate here. Why don't I see it? Alright, I'm actually going to do it. I'm going to play queen at d2. It's another non-check. Because pawn at g2 and pawn at e2 are now too difficult to stop. "68 viewers. Thanks everyone for joining this morning. Hey, I've hit second position, so we've had a bit of a streak. JoSuji's still the man to catch, obviously. Now, Chicken seems to have caused me problems, but he hasn't been getting on a streak himself. But honestly, I've not been in like second position on the Elite Crazyhouse leaderboard. Feels like all year, so feels good to be somewhere closer to the top. I actually played an Elite Crazyhouse Arena where I only, I think I scored less than 50%. and I was just blundering pieces left, right, and center, and it felt horrible. Okay, so he's played knight at h4 before. He's still going to do the same thing. So we've played against CIW earlier today, this exact same line, and I'm going to stick with exactly what I've done. I'm going to just focus on defense here. I've got the material advantage, but got to back off a bit. And pawn at f3 happened. So I had a knight at f4 somewhere here, so maybe somewhere he's played a different move, slightly. Okay, that's good. So he just wanted me to consume my knight first before doing that. Yeah, black's improved here versus the previous game. To be objective. Okay, so what to do here? I'm gonna put a queen on c7. Okay, this bishop is the big defender for black. And there's some, tactical possibilities, grabbing d7. Because if I defend too much here, then I could be giving away too much initiative. So I just feel I have to ask the question. Like, he's not going to want to take this rook, because then I have the queen being a very aggressive piece. So I'm nearly telling him he's got to go back. And then the game goes on. I mean, he's got 3 knights in hand. I don't have an easy way in. Maybe bishop here, pawn at g5, knight at f5, pawn at g4. And I just got to make sure my light squares aren't completely caving in with too many diagonal pieces in his hand. So knight at f3. No, just take this. I don't understand this. I don't know if he just forgot. Yeah, I think he just forgot I was attacking his bishop. So it was a not so brilliant idea that worked out brilliantly well. Thunderman 1, I would have never even considered queen at c7 ever. Yeah, queen at c7 is one of those moves that is not really a common idea in Crazyhouse. Okay, JoSuji again. Now we'll play d5. I was happy with the game I got out of the opening before. I just wasn't happy with how I executed it afterwards. Okay, so he's going to go knight e2, knight f4. I will play g5 if he plays knight f4. Okay, so that's why he's taking this one first. This is good for white, isn't it, Katask? You've played this plenty of times. Okay, I have to defend d5 this way. Yeah, I can lose g6. Alright. I'll defend g6, defend d5. So c6 is the next move. Consolidate here, and then bishop f5 to try to break free. But I don't think Katask would have let me get away with getting mobile. He would have somehow taken everything. Bishop here. Okay, h5. I feel like against JoSuji, if I'm not thinking creatively, I'm just going to be a sitting duck, because he's just that good. So we've got to try to create. If you just play autopilot, like he says, don't play autopilot, then yeah, autopilot doesn't work well against JoSuji. You autopilot, you die. Alright, ED is strong here, because he's got pawn at e7. That's a miss from my side. Okay, he's missed it. Let's be creative and try to just cramp him. He likes activity. This JoSuji guy. He tries to checkmate your king. See, look, see how safe my king is here? I don't feel safe at all against JoSuji. It's like, from here you go, how is he gonna mate me? It's like queen at h7 mate. It's like the laws of physics bend and you're mated. And I kid you not, like he is within striking range here still. I'm not being facetious. I'm genuinely scared against JoSuji in any position I'm playing. And you shouldn't think like that. That's not a good way to play. Oh, what's he doing? Knight at e7. He's trying to find a way in. Alright, if he takes here, rook b8. Yeah, he might like sack, and then knight at e7, takes, pawn at f5, boom, 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 and then you're like, how did he beat me? And he just found mate out of nowhere. That's not fair. Or I'll just end up losing on time here. I'm just playing cat and mouse here. It's like, well, I'm not going to open a position. Like, no matter how much you tempt me, I want to open it on my terms. Alright, this is going to be funny looking move, rook e8. Nah. Can I just take it now? No. Well, is that a queen trap? Did I just trap his queen? Bishop f8. Okay. Now, this is where I'm going to lose on time. Overthinking this. And see, that's a real problem when, like, see, JoSuji has his opponents thinking, how am I going to lose this? How am I going to lose this? And that really, it really messes with your head. So see, he's making room on my dark squares now. I've kind of allowed more than I should. I don't really have a way in on him yet. Alright, I gotta be patient on the board, but fast on the clock. And that's not easy. Okay, here he comes. I don't have to take that. I'm defending my pawn on b4. Rook takes e2 was on. It still is on. He's crumbling here. Queen at h3, a mate threat. He won't crumble that easily though. This is JoSuji we're up against here. Okay, I'm definitely winning, but my clock is a real problem. Oh yuck, he's got something here. I never got pawn at e2 in. I thought I would be winning. No, I'm gonna get mated somehow. Yeah, see, and that's the other thing. Like, if you'd start winning the position, he'll get you on time. He's just that difficult to beat. But anyway, if my mindset was a bit more like, you know, I'm going to control the game and we're going to frustrate him here by, you know, not opening the position, and you feel like you're in control a bit more, then you're not consuming as much brain energy with, oh, how's he going to bend physics and checkmate me? We'll berserk here. But that's okay. We're still in the first hour here. I'm okay with losing to JoSuji that way. I'm not getting completely smashed on the position, at least. and this is actually I like Crazy House like this. I'm quite happy to lose like that because when it's that close and you're needing to draw on every resource, I think it's a very practical game, and JoSuji has a very strong practical game. So the time is absolutely a part of it. Sure, I've been playing more 3+2, and I'm not moving as quickly as I need to, but it's all part of the game, and it's why I enjoy playing it. Okay, so let's just put this back here. Now I want to do something, yeah. Queen Saki. Gotta keep sacking those queens. So if you're new to my channel, just know that I have an addiction to sacrificing my queen, and to stay true to the channel whenever I have an opportunity to do so, I will try to do so. So bishop takes h6 could be interesting here. It's asking a serious question. Because if takes, knight at f6, king here, queen takes, bishop at g7, takes, there'll be a mate happening. So I don't know if pawn at h2 is worth anything. There's knight g3, knight at f2. Knight at g3. Maybe we do this first. Don't know. So if queen d3, I win the queen here, or here. If queen d2, yeah, okay, we'll just do that one. Having this bishop here helps defensively, because if knight at h6, king here, there's no smother mate with queen at g8, because you can take it with the bishop. So that's a bit sneaky. Alright, we'll take this one first. Queen at f1 looks like mate. Takes knight at f3. If he doesn't take it, then this is mate. Jenna217 says, I got to say, last series I played against Jan, I sacrificed more queens than him. Yeah. Katask says something like, well, against Jan, yeah, the earlier you sack your queen, the better you stand. Something like that. And then he said, the problem is, if you sack your queen first, he has 2 queens to sacrifice back. So, all good fun and humor. But seriously, you've got to sack your queen. Like, what was the line you had, GSVC? GSVC said something like, I can't remember. What did you say again about the Scandi? GSVC, have you copied that somewhere that we can reference? It's like, if you're not prepared to sacrifice your queen, don't play Scandi. And my response was, if you're not prepared to sack your queen, then don't play Crazy House. Something like that. Okay, this move feels unfamiliar. So it's either new. No, it's probably just new. So queen takes. I'm looking at bishop here, queen at g7. That's my idea. I'm not sure if it's any good, but I can't allow this to be captured. I have to be worse if that happens. And this is a pretty wild kind of opening where, you can drop a piece or two, and sometimes, having the safe king versus the weak king is just that overwhelmingly important. So here I'll take a moment to capture. Because he can't play bishop at e7 here, I get to take this. So it should be a little bit annoying for black to defend. This is a nice move. So threatening possibly mate somewhere with... I mean, it really ruins the black's position, and then also it's a X-ray fork, X-ray discovered fork. I don't know what you call it, but I like it. Okay, he's taking me on. F7, or which way do we go? I just gotta not run out of time. Okay, I think we're going this way. I don't see mate yet, but the F6 square looks like the one to undermine. So like knight F5, knight at F6 is a common kind of mating net here. Even here, knight E6 is forcing mate in 2. So let's do this carefully. Knight F5 or E6. We'll go E6. Okay, I just gotta move, because if I get my queen at F6, it's game over. If he goes that way... Yep. Alright, that should be it. Yes, Bonderman 1. Double check X-ray fork. John Lee, 2020. Sounds like a synchronized swimming kind of move. You know, it's like, I don't know, double somersault with pike and 360 rotation, blah blah blah. Double X-ray fork. So knight at G3, the only check left. Okay, JoSuji, is he playing, or is he... Oh, he is playing. He's just playing a long game versus GSVC. It felt like he was just steamrolling, and then he's really put on the brake. Who beat JoSuji here? Chicken sneaking back up the ranks. We've got an arena here today. It's very close. Okay, JoSuji. No, we'll D4. D4 now the popular option. Yeah, bishop G5, bishop F4, either. I don't mind. But I'm giving away some opening advantage here. I can already feel it. Black is happy here. I can put a bishop on h4 at some stage, but maybe we'll put one on h2 or hit d6. So knight e4 makes sense. Bishop at h4 with tempo, because JoSuji would sack on f2 and then you would be mated like... That's just how it happens sometimes. Katask, you will sympathize with me. You know what I'm talking about there. I have to defend f2 here because knight takes f2 might mate me. Alright. Because he's played f6, I feel like I can get away with this. Normally you wouldn't want to, because bishop takes f3 is going to be a threat. So you can just play d5, that's fine. And then we'll cover f3 again. But okay, I got my pawn. So, yeah, this is looking okay. He's trying to get in on me on e3 f2. I can feel it. I want to take this one first. I want a bishop for e7. Alright, I gotta kind of play a bit recklessly to have a chance against JoSuji here. I can't be thinking all of these. Not to offend Chicken Crossroad, but I can't be thinking like a chicken here. Free pawn on b7, that's GSVC. Yeah, no, he's gonna grab. Gonna try to shift it on me. Get in on f3. But if e4 falls, it should be okay. Alright, we'll take this way. Alright, well, I gotta be true to what I just said. I gotta be a bit more reckless here. Can't just see every single angle. Gotta take some chances. Gotta play a bit quicker. Possibly play a little bit unsound. Just take some risks. Alright, what's this all about? Yeah, that's taking too much risk. Well, maybe it's not. Alright. That's a good reckless move. Knight at h6. Is knight at h4 just winning here? Or have I stumbled into something? No, I just thought I had something with... I needed another pawn. I'm seeing a ghost. Alright, I have to defend then. That's pretty sad. Okay, he's just taking my bishop. Very sad way to play here. I just shot myself. Yeah, that's good enough to win. He's just saying you don't have any pieces. Yeah, I knew knight at h4 was dangerous, but I was looking more at rook at h1, the direct move. King takes g2 was defensible, but knight at h4 first is not. So another good game from JoSuji, but yeah, if you go half, that also causes a problem where you say, well, okay, I'm not going to be a chicken here, and then I'm going to like go for it, and then you say, well, actually, why did I do that? Because I just played into his hands. Autokolbus Mönul. Take with a knight, maybe. No, we'll take with a pawn. Super defense on g7. Gotta be careful of like knight coming here. Bishop e2 is good. Just hitting this knight. Because there can be a knight sack and then another knight coming in, but It's like I have all these awful pieces which white doesn't want to take, and then you'd say, well, if you're going to get in, you're going to have to remove one of my awful looking pieces. Okay. Looks like a Crazy House 960 kind of position. That's how badly my pieces are placed. But if I get the opportunity, we will unravel them all. Alright, JoSuji says GG's got to call it there. So he's got to go to work, it sounds. Does it work? I don't know. He only had an hour and a half for some reason. But clearly the strongest player today has been JoSuji. Okay, I can't take this because knight at e7 is mate. So we want to try to remove this pawn. I can't really attack the king in a hurry, but we got to keep our dark squares under control. So I've nearly got rid of all of my bad pieces. He'll come out here. He can only take 2 bad pieces, so we get rid of the last one. And then it seems that there's a treasure chest. Well, I don't have to take. I can play bishop at h2, but I don't think it's that good. So let's not run out of time here. Oh, could have taken d5 actually. That was a better move. Yeah, now I actually have to work pretty hard. Oh, I should have gone to g7. That's crazy. No, what am I doing? Because then I'm defending it with the rook, not with the queen. I'm just making life very hard for myself. Alright, here comes the flag. Ah! Ooh, 1 on time. Pretty ugly. I was expecting king f2 and I was getting ready to put a bishop on g1, but rook at g1 and knight at d1 is mating there. Such a time scrambles. Okay, so with JoSuji gone, I might have a chance of trying to take the lead. Let's see if we can win an arena. How amazing would that be? I can't remember the last time that's happened. Let alone play an arena, but even when I've played the arena, I would say playing well has been more of the problem than being able to play. That's probably the challenge. Okay, we'll take this one. So I got a bishop for c6 now. I've got to work out how to use it. I am opening up his lines though, so remains to be seen if this is a good decision. then there's a knight on f4 that's going to be well supported. So yeah, I'm not thrilled with how I've played this opening, to be honest. There's no way I get this pawn, but it just looks silly on the side. So this is Katask's idea. We put a pawn on h6 and we ask our partner for a queen. I'd prefer to play black here, but I am not black here, so I'll have to make do with the color I've got. Ooh. Yeah, okay. Quality of play, definitely not there. Okay, so I'm significantly worse now, and we're gonna have to grovel to the finish line. Yeah, I can't even break free. Yep, this is all looking bad. Still groveling hard. Good move. I probably should have taken c6. It was always going to be a problem anyway, because I'm getting a knight pinned. But okay, I'm kind of running to relative safety compared to what I had. So can't really attack yet. Alright. He's just got no holes on his king, so I don't know how. There's no way to come back from this one, surely. He's speeding up. Oh, there was a free rook, wasn't there? Just like on 0 time. Well played, Banana Joe. I deserve to lose the way I've played the opening and the middle game. Okay, brown player again. Alright, let's get back to old school. Doesn't matter that this is theoretically destroyed. We're gonna be practical today. Gotta try to make a score. I think I've had enough of playing badly. We've got to shake that off. Got to. Bishop at h4 wasn't attractive there. Okay, there's a knight at c2, king f2, bishop e3. 2 pieces for the queen is fine. I need some penetration. He could just run back. Oh, he can't because I've got queen at b6. So I am getting that bishop. Okay, he's deciding to attack. We should just go for him. Old school ruthless. Pawn at g6 takes, and not calculated, just trust that we've got enough in the tank. So I could be in some serious danger here, but I'm just banking on queen f6 check being worth something. And then bishop e6 should keep me safe with all the coverage I get back at home. Uh-oh. Spencer might be waking up. That could get in the way of my campaign. Okay, so here is a critical decision. So what if takes bishop here? I don't have enough. Bishop here, knight here. I think I gotta go for it. I can't defend. I wasn't looking at playing against this move. So maybe I still have mate here. Knight at c4. Queen at d2, because this bishop actually pins the king if it gets to d1. If the king goes to f1, knight d2 takes, bishop e2, yeah. Alright. Bishop f3, importantly. You can't let the king run this way, because then the knight gets in the way of your queen. But there's no piece on f2, so you can mate that way. So yeah, that was very instinctive attacking there. Not really seeing the future plan, but trusting some instinct. Because there was a point there where if I play like a chicken and play bishop e6, he played h takes g4, and I felt like I'm going to be worse for the whole game. So yeah, went all in. Not sure if it was all sound, but worked out in my favor. That's a practical decision. Okay, what do we got here? Ah, man. Spencer sounds like he's gonna wake up. I'll take this way. Alright, look at these knights. F8. Damn, I was hoping to keep that knight on h5. That's okay, this is alright. He might just go sack heavy on me. If I can get h6 in, I reckon I can be pretty safe for the game. No, bishop at b4, get an extra defender. That's a critical move. Let's keep defending. Yeah, very tempted to play pawn at f5 there. Okay, I want to get rid of that. Rid of that knight. Ooh. Okay, I'm equal with JoSuji, who is not playing now. Jake Lone says, John, is your donate button for 1 plus 0 2019 now for 3 plus 2 2020 2021? Yeah, it's the same donation button, Jake Loans. Sorry. That's pretty poor of him, isn't it? That just shows how little effort I'm putting into my Twitch channel with all that's going on. So, yeah, I should change that picture. Thanks for letting me know. That's very much out of date. Like you look at guys like Chessbra, like Helm's Knight. Like I look at their Twitch page and I'm like, wow, they put all this effort into it. And then mine's like, oh, what did I have on it again? Oh, I've forgotten. And yeah, but I do like that TM Cromwell is still up there because that was a very nice gift that they provided me with an OTB Crazyhouse chess set. So I'm very grateful for that, and I don't mind that has just been left unchanged there because I was very touched by that gift. Okay, let's see. Steamroller pawn is coming in. So, from a long time ago when I used to play chess, I used to be told the way you counter a sideline attack is to hit in the center. Not sure if that will hold here today. We'll see. Okay. I'm gonna get mated if I allow all of the captures to happen. Wow! Jerome Van Onzen donated $50. That's huge. That's huge. That's very generous. Thank you. Doesn't feel good here. We'll see. Banana Joe might take 2 wins off me today. We'll see. And yes, I should explain the donation goal below. The Crazyhouse World Championship prize money is already completely guaranteed. So basically, I am guaranteeing that there will be a $2,000 US prize fund, and by donating, you are basically assisting with recovering some of that cost. But it is not essential, and it's not like we won't have the prize money if the donations aren't there. The prize money is already guaranteed, but there's an option for the community there, just like you saw, to make their contribution if they would like to. Okay, I need to defend aggressively here. I need to get this knight off g6 just for the moment. Now maybe I can take the queen, because now I get queen at c3. So that's an interesting point. Sometimes you have to make an offensive move to distract your opponent. To take them off the scent of the attack. I don't really feel comfortable taking this one yet because of bishop at h6. So I still have a lot to figure out here. We can probably take this one, and that way I've still got a defender on g6. So I've got to balance attack and defense here. You balance attack, defense, and the clock. All of those above. So here he's still looking for the knight takes f7. Maybe I can take this one now. No, yeah. Yes, I'm just defending enough with this. Doesn't matter which way he sacks. If he takes here, you have to take with the bishop, or else if you take here, knight at f7 is going to be mate. I'm going to put another piece on rather than vacate g7. or defend with pieces from the sideline. Just undermine this until the attack is no more. So I have to take this one so that there's no mate. And now maybe I can play mate, but I think this is just sensible. Befo, cheered 1,000 bits, also huge. Thank you so much for the support. Hope to get back to doing more streaming, so thank you for the encouragement. No mate? Alright, we'll just take everything. An entire sleeve, $10. It's all just flowing. You guys are so kind. And Jake Lone says, so you don't have to pay it all by yourself. That's kind, but like, I just want the community and all the players to know that it's guaranteed regardless. It's just that, sometimes the community wants to chip in, and, rather than the donations just appear and then go nowhere, I thought it's just better to tally it up. Uh-oh, here comes Spencer again. This is familiar. I've seen this before. Who plays this? It's True Player, I think. That'd be weird if I got that right. It's someone from Fix that used to play this at lightning speed, and it is remarkably memorable. And I think it's True Player from Fix, but we'll find out at a later date if I'm right or not. Okay, I'm happy to open this file, and happy to open this diagonal. Yeah, we'll do it this way. Let's penetrate the position. This is hanging. Okay. Also covering C4, because knight at C4 is a natural way in. Let's get a check in there. Oh, D5's looking juicy. We'll do it with the queen first. Otherwise, if I take with a knight, I just felt there's some kind of knight A3 nonsense I might have to deal with. Whereas this way should be clean. And knight at F5, take here as well, could have been an option. Oh, I get the queen with check. That can't be too bad. Does Fix still exist? Yeah, I believe Fix does still exist. GSVC, okay. GSVC, I have big respect for GSVC. Can I get away with F3 in this one? Let's try. So is he going to play knight B4? Alright, he's played E6, so I'll bring the knight out on H3. So I lose a pawn if I castle here. Ooh, he can take it and play bishop at H4. Ah, that's a bad miss. This is good for black now, isn't it? Oh, alright. We got an interesting game. I'm going to try to win my material back. We're both in Wild Wild West territory now. Knight takes is interesting. Yeah, I don't mind it as much as when I originally lost a piece on g5, because I was able to recover a bit of material. But here I'm still a long way. Not out of the woods yet. Okay, I gotta protect my material and also try to obtain king safety. So first I'm actually just giving a bit more defense to d4, because every pawn counts here. And I just got to make sure I can keep this escape path available for myself. Okay, he's playing e4. No reason to capture it. So at the moment I don't want to encourage trades, I want to just really get safe. Okay, gonna bring his knight to e3 it looks like. Yeah, okay, we'll have to allow that. Ah, he's got bishop at e3 at the end of all this. Very resourceful at the moment. Okay, I'm like having to keep some shady king safety just to try to keep my material. It's pushed me back. So now bishop f5 is coming. Alright, we'll go out to h4. Let's run. Oh boy, Spencer's a heavy distraction in the background here. He's gonna wake up. I think he's mating me with the material he's got. Oh no, he can't take this. I've got knight takes d4. I'm like defending with king and nothing else here, just to preserve material. He actually can't take this pawn. Okay, so he's gonna play b6. Oh, that's probably gonna be curtains then. I think he's done well enough. Because pawn at c5. Yeah, pawn at c5. Alright, I have to play pawn at c5. I have to take that. If I'm gonna get mated, I'm gonna get mated. Yeah, he's got mate because he can cb bishop c5. Beautiful game. But okay, I need to pause there. I allowed too much with that initiative, and I should have given some material back. But it was a very nice game. I'll be right back, guys. I just got to bring Spencer in. Hey, buddy. Sorry about the sound. I normally take my headphones off before I go walking into another room because it sounds awful. Oh, it looks like I might have done enough to win. Hey, look at that. I pulled clear. Yay! I think we've got an arena victory. Okay, let's show everyone who you are. This is Spencer, everyone. This is the reason why you don't see me streaming as often, because this guy keeps me up at night. And he's very lucky he's cute, or else he'd be in a lot more trouble. Right? You're very lucky you're cute. Okay, you gonna watch? Alright, we'll teach you how to play Crazy House, okay? He's gonna grab my mic. He loves grabbing the mic. He's like, microphone. Microphone. I'm gonna grab it when Dad's not looking. When he's got 2 seconds left, I'm gonna grab his microphone. Don't grab my microphone. Don't do it. If you know what's good for you, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm serious. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, buddy. Don't grab that microphone. See, I'll give him a free hand just for a moment. You'll see what he does. Don't do it. Don't do it. Cheeky little bugger. He's trying to touch my microphone. Because if you touch the microphone, then everyone gets bad sound. Don't do it. No, I mean it. Don't do it. Alright. Knight at h1. I'm just feeling inspired here. So I'm trying to... GSV just beat me, so I've got to try to, you know, win a pawn here. I feel like I've got to return the favor. You know, if GSVC can sack his queen, then I can try to win pawns. Even if my knight's on h1. The GSVC would do it effortlessly without making any of his pieces look bad. Oh, pawn at h2. It looks like a free rook, but it's not. So I get rid of my bad piece. Where do you want to go, bud? Where you're wriggling, so where do you want to go? You want to get down? Alright, you can get down. Okay, well, if he takes g3, I get queen takes f7, mate, so that can't be too bad. Why was it not a free rook look like a free rook? Pawn at h2? It was mating me in one? That's what I thought, at least. Alright, I think this is the last game. I probably should have berserked, but I respect CIW, so we'll just play this even if it goes beyond time. Alright, we've had the same game now, so it looks like we're going for this knight h5, knight f4 trade. What was covering h1? There was a knight on h1. My knight was on h1. I can't take my own piece. Okay, the rook c8, he's changed it up. Okay, knight at g5, this bishop has nowhere to go, so maybe he has to defend it with knight f8 or something. Alright, well, this looks like it makes sense. It was a free rook, you just did knight h1 takes g3 one move before. Oh no, I'm talking about the move before that. So yes, that's not a free rook though. I'm losing a knight there. So yeah, I see your point. Yeah, I could have taken it at that stage. Okay. If bishop at h5, we'll take this. 2 pieces for the queen. Okay, knight at e6. Okay. You can take the queen here. Nah, we'll delay it a move. I don't want him to have a chance to play knight at f3 and get the attack going until I'm all completely set up. So if queen e8, I'll take here, and then rook at g7, and his bishop will cover f2, so knight at h3 won't ever mate me. Hi, are you back? You wanna come back? Hi. Ooh, microphone. Microphone. Everyone can hear that. Everyone can hear that. They don't like babies grabbing microphones. Don't do that. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Everybody wants to eat Spencer. Okay. Yeah, that looks capturable. Oh, that was good sounding music in the background. Okay, how did we go? Oh, we get it again. Lots of piano. Okay, JoSuji would have easily won that if he'd stuck around. But yeah, happy to land on top of the leaderboard. That's fantastic. We had some very strong players come today, but I think the field was balanced enough that everyone was getting in each other's way. So yeah, nice to put up a stream, and thanks everyone for joining. I am gonna have to go because Spencer is awake now, but it's great that he let me play for the majority of 2 hours undisturbed. This is Fizz says, can't believe I just saw the 2040 World Crazyhouse Champion on stream. Yeah, I don't know. Your kids don't necessarily follow the same hobbies. Yeah, I don't want to be one of those parents that, imposes their unfulfilled dreams or a fulfilled dream which they want to see fulfilled again. I think, we give them opportunity and then they make their choices. So, yeah. GB Tommy, thanks for tuning in. The real question is, has Spencer seen Nemo net? No, he hasn't seen Finding Nemo. We should put that in front of him. Yeah, thanks for the tip, Legion, because he's now starting to watch some TV. So, if I could actually, yeah, he probably watches more YouTube. This will probably surprise you, but at the moment, his favorite is actually a few songs by Dua Lipa. At the moment, that's what, when we can't settle him with anything else, is Dua Lipa on YouTube, and then we can feed him because he just has his mouth open like, it's Dua Lipa. Oh. So, if we got Finding Nemo, that'd be much better because that actually goes for, an hour and a half, and then you can do a lot more in that time. So right now it's more like 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. So, yeah, I'm gonna call it a day there. Happy to win an arena. Thanks for tuning in. Hoping I can get back to more streaming. As Spencer gets older, life should get a bit more predictable for me. So, again, thank you for all the support. Really appreciate it. Crazyhouse World Championship matches are about to get really hot. The bracket's about to, collapse into some really hard-fought matches at the top end. We're about to move into the round which will start determining some of the candidates for this year, so that's very exciting. Hopefully I can stream some of those. Fingers crossed. Alright, I'll let you go. Have a great weekend wherever you are, and we'll see you next time. Stay safe.